So you'll just be easy in this. All right, Kaza.
I just tacked over, heard a pop, immediately tacked back over, dropped all sail. But man, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I try to stabilize the rig a little more. I don't want to fly sail with broken rigging. Sun is going down and getting ready for another nighttime.
Calico Skies, do you copy?
Yeah, you popped up with AIS and flying now, man.
Yeah, man, how are you doing?
Man, really chill up here.
It's night 2 of our passage from the northern part of the Bahamas to the east coast of the US. In our last episode, Bill and I parted ways, with me joining our friends on Delos' crew and Bill setting sail solo.
See you out there.
We're buddy boating on a northward trajectory, aiming for the Chesapeake Bay, still over 650 nautical miles away.
So watches are obviously a little different, me being by myself here. So what I've been doing is I just have like 1,000,001 alarms set every half an hour. From the bunk there, I'm able to peek up and get a lot of the key data, you know, like radar contacts or AIS targets, wind strength, wind angle, all that. And then just get up, do a visual scan, and go back down. I also found it's better to set alarms rather than use timers, because I've actually slept through the timers. So when you're so tired, sometimes they'll hit like off by mistake, and you know, an hour could go by without checking anything, or 2 hours. So here's a couple other tools that are helping single hand. We use these watch keeping tools when it's the 2 of us, but being on my own, it's especially important. So you can see here, we have a guard zone 2 miles out. That's just waves coming through, but any major contact that comes in, an alarm will sound on the radar. We also have dangerous vessels. So you can see, like, here's all my history of alarms, like radar guard zones going off, or dangerous vessels on AIS. So we have our AIS alarms on too. Right, so these things are helping us keep track electronically. So if I was closer to shore, I'd probably do 20 minutes sleep, but because I'm pretty far out right now, we're about 80 miles offshore of anything, 30 minutes feels pretty safe. I haven't seen any shipping in a long time, but you know, AIS or radar will alert me to them pretty quickly. So yeah, midnight, now this up, doing my scans. Delos is finally caught up again, so that's cool. Have company again. They're behind me now. It's obviously different than when I'm basing my air up and doing watches normally. But it seems to work pretty well. Like half an hour, I'm not so groggy, I could actually get up and take a look around, keep my situational awareness, and I'm able to fall right back to sleep. well. I lost Delos again on AIS overnight. I guess while I was snoozing, I went further west. Further east. So I'm a little bit out of the Gulf Stream. I think they were about 6 miles behind last I saw. I was supposed to stay on a straight line to that waypoint up there, and you can see I somehow moved myself probably 5 miles east. I guess there was some current pulling me, or I wasn't paying enough attention sleeping. So, oh well. The Gulf Stream does like turn northeast at that juncture, so it rides up the coast of Florida, and then it dips east heading over to Europe. So I will catch it in about 22 miles, I think, is where my next waypoint was. So I'll stumble back into it, but yeah, it's unfortunate. I thought it'd be a good time to show you guys how we stay in touch. I can't raise Delos on the radio, but I'm able to keep in touch with Grace and Brian using our sat phone. This is the Iridium GO. We've had these for years. This is our second one. The other one broke, charging port. And basically what it does is it creates a Wi-Fi network. So you can see here, we're on our Calico Skies sat phone network, and that network can be picked up from the computers, the iPads, phones, and there's a few apps within our phones and computers that works on the Iridium GO. Grid Offshore. We use this to download weather. So I've been downloading our current route from the satellite phone. There's also apps for email. So that's how I've been staying in touch with Grace primarily. And then this app has the ability to text message people back in the States just through SMS. It's a fast way to communicate. It has its own built-in antenna, so sometimes I just put it up here because it has to see the sky. But we also have a built-in external antenna that we ran here. This dome is for our satellite phone, and it just runs through the boat and down to the chart table. Like, it's nice to have some sort of link to communicate with people when you're out here by yourself. It gets pretty boring otherwise, so I've been texting a lot with my buddies, and Grace and I have been emailing several times a day, just talking a little bit about weather routing with Brian. I'm not totally alone out here. Conditions lightened this morning. We were averaging 7.5 for the last day. Now we're doing about 5s, 5 to 6. Got the code 0 up. Very light though. And yeah, just having my coffee, reading, and relaxing. Not much to report out here today. Just took out some meat to defrost for dinner tonight. I've been living off hot dogs, but I might make like a big thing of tacos, pork tacos, and just defrosting some meat so I can make a batch and not have to cook tomorrow as well. Trying to figure out exactly how far I strayed out of the Gulf Stream. So I am downloading the current. It's a big file, so I can only do it in little pieces. 70 kilobytes is big for a satellite phone. So I'm trying to figure out how close can I get back into it because the wind is so light right now. I want to take advantage of that. So I may need a motor to it or change my course to get there quicker. Speed's down to like mid 4s. True wind's only 7 knots, so it's getting light out here. Gulf Stream would help. Good morning. Just woke up to the sails slotting. I guess it got really light air again. True wind's about 6. It's a little too wavy to keep the sails full though. So I'm gonna motor for a bit. Getting a little worried about fuel. Have about 22 gallons left. So I gotta be careful with them. Those were cool dolphins. They were pretty big. One kept like turning its eye to look at me. Sweet. Getting a little squally out here. You can see the squall line right there coming down. It's weird how much chop there is for like no wind. motion not bothering me, but the sail is like filling in and out of there. It's driving me a little crazy.
What do you see, Grace? A boat. Really? I think, yeah. I see a mast.
Another sailboat, Nugget.
Is that our Iridium? Wait, is that a boat? What is that? What is that? Something's out there. You think that's Bill? How is he doing in this?
It's just been one of those days. Cannot catch a break of the weather. Positive note, we saw dolphins today, but all of a sudden we went to a headwind of these big, steep seas and pounding into the waves and 18 knots of wind. It was in a squall. It seems to be backing off now, but now I have a reef in the main. It's pouring rain, and the wind is lightning. So I might have to go shake the reef out. It's gonna be. I hope it's not gonna be a long night. I need to get my rest, especially as after tomorrow we'll be passing Cape Hatteras, being more coastal waters, so I'll have to shorten my snooze. So. Yeah, hopefully it starts mellowing out a little bit. Had an email from Grace on Delos, and it sounded like they went through this earlier. They're about 30 miles ahead. We'll see. Man, this is pretty brutal. See that heading versus COG, these two.
The number on the bottom is the direction the bow is pointed, or heading, while the number on the top is the direction the boat is actually going, or course over ground. The difference between the two is because of the strong current pushing Calico Skies off course.
Getting like pushed into shore, some sort of eddy or something, and all these massive squall lines are coming, and then basically a northeast wind of like 20 knots. I can't make any progress towards my waypoint right now. Gotta be out here this morning. We did some breeze all night, decent breeze, but the wind seems to just kind of shut off right now. We're just flopping around. I start the engine and get some like forward way here.
Okay, so you'll just be easy in this. All right, Kaza. Unfurl all the way.
We've torn a huge hole in the jib on an accidental jibe, and now we're working to move it off deck and replace it with a spare.
Use that and tie it down.
So when I just tacked over, our rigging popped. Came out broadhead. I don't even know how this happened. This rigging is pretty new. It's only 4 years old. Yeah, so I just tacked over, heard a pop, immediately tacked back over, and dropped all sail. But man, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I try to stabilize the rig a little more. I don't want to fly sail with broken rigging.
What we got going on there, Grace?
Those tacos are so good. They're just loaded up.
Going for the deluxe butter and cream cheese. Another handy thing we have for single handing or short handing crew is this Bluetooth autopilot remote. You can see here I have it clipped to the bunk. It's really nice, you know, when you're tired, don't feel like changing a sails. You can just go and alter course with the remote. You can see here, even though we have this iPad down below, when you try to put in any autopilot commands, it says remote control of the screen is not available for safety reasons. So that would mean that I'm unable to change the course from this iPad. They just want to sell you the $400 Bluetooth dongle, whatever that cost. So if I didn't have that little Bluetooth remote, I'd have to come upstairs while I'm tired, and you'd have to manually take control of the autopilot from here, using this little dial. So yeah, it's nice to have that remote Because often, you know, your sails will start luffing, and all you need to do is go like up or down 5 degrees on the remote, and the boat will continue sailing. When you're sailing 800 miles, you don't really care about going a few degrees off course. It's not a big deal. You just want to keep the sails full and continue resting. So that's another nice little feature that helps single handing.